Just incredible. Look at this. Hello, how are you today? Testing 1, 2, 3. E-bike chef. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Pocket, just the way it is. Hi, I'm Connell.
And I'm Scott with the e-bike chef.
We like to ride our bikes and bring along a whole lot of food and cook it up outdoors. And we're going to do some of that today. Where are we going?
We're going on a scenic venture up the Hammond River, and we're going to cook shish kebabs on an open fire on the frozen banks of the historic Hammond River.
So we're doing this. We're getting on our bikes. We're going out riding in some bitter cold temperatures. We're going to eat some amazing food, and we're doing all of this for you.
And us. Right?
Okay.
Come on.
We're doing it for us.
The food's for us. Right?
The riding's for us, too. Actually, we're going to have a lot of fun.
The entertainment's for them.
We always have fun.
So join us. And if there's a bell to ring, ring it. And for God's sake, if you can subscribe to something, please subscribe to something.
We need new bikes. We need them soon.
Yeah, we need bikes and Ray-Bans.
Make things happen. All right. Thanks. Should we do this?
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
All right.
That was actually pretty good. We're going to visit St. John City Market, and we're going to visit H&S Meats and to get a really nice piece of meat to put on our shish kebabs. I want something that's like primo.
Ribeye, some age to it.
My friend Scott Ciccolone owns it, and he's going to pick us out a beautiful steak that we can cube up and cook up this afternoon on that open fire out in the woods.
This here will be.
Shish Kabobs, or K-bobs as he calls them, is a family favorite inherited from Scott's father.
They're fun to make. You have a nice mixture of vegetables and meat, and they all cook on one spear. They're easy to control of. Like you don't have numerous pots and things to worry about. They're all on one spear. You just have to turn them over. I'm going to cut those in half and then put those on. Ooh. We're just cooking the bacon down halfway so it'll cook better on the fire. And then my favorite trick is I love a little pepper on my bacon. And then a lovely adds a little bit of candy on it, little maple syrup, good old Canadian maple syrup, look at that, ooh, baby. Okay, I'm gonna cut up a pepper here. It's all about the color. Color is like, presentation of food is like 9/10 of the whole thing. It's not about the steak, it's about the sizzle. A little bit of pepper. Add a little bit of lemon pepper just to add a little interesting hint. That's going to take over from the salt as well. A lot of salt in that. Then we do a little bit of paprika. I always like to do hot sauce. I'm sort of a bit of a fan of hot sauce as of the last couple of years, so I give that away. And the secret ingredient to all this is hoisin sauce. It caramelizes up. Woo! I guess it's time to get some more hoisin sauce. Here's my old trick.
Whoa.
Centrifugal force. Ooh, don't want to lose the bacon. Okay, now is the fun part. We got to put all this on some sticks. And then there's got to be another color pepper in here. There's a red one. There's a yellow one. There's another piece of steak. Ooh. Look at that. And there. And then there's the key with the bacon. You gotta sew that on. See how that's sewn on there? And it hangs in there ever so nicely. Okay. So I'm just
The result is colorful and portable enough to carry easily on a bicycle. And it's time to begin our journey up the Hammond River Valley. But not so fast.
just fixing Connell's battery here.
My e-bike won't power up when we get to the valley. Armed only with a multi-tool and knowing very little about the electronics, Scott is all over it. You're taking apart a high-voltage e-bike battery with little tiny screws. We don't even have a plan to save the screws. Like what?
Oh, we'll save the screws, Connell. Come on now.
I don't know.
It's not like we're out in a hurricane.
I think we just broke the not to be unsealed guarantee seal.
No, we did it with mine.
Now, could it be inside that harness or that little cap thing, or it was white?
Okay, let's see if it works. Let's press the button. We're back and running, baby.
Really? So that was one of those
Miraculous.
who knows what happened.
Yeah, we're
Just
in.
take the top off and shake it and it starts working again.
No, come on, that was calculated. We wouldn't be here.
Okay, back in business and able to ride up the... Jesus Christ. I was not at all convinced by that. The problem, as it turns out, was a short in the headlamp, which runs off the main battery. Disconnect it, and we're on the way. Electrical problems are surprisingly rare with e-bikes. It's mostly regular stuff you have to worry about: tires, brake pads, chain, and gear wear. The valley is a great ride at any time of year. It's got spectacular scenery, traffic is thin, and it's full of surprises.
Never seen anything like it. It just came out of nowhere. Just incredible. Look at this.
Yeah, the sun's trying to shine.
The sun, look at the sun. Oh my God.
Connections to the past are everywhere. A century ago, the valley teemed with farms, sawmills, churches, and schoolhouses. The future looked so bright in the late 1800s that community leaders said, why not have our own railroad? It operated for nearly 70 years, running the length of the valley from Hampton to St. Martin's on the Bay of Fundy.
You want to come with me this way?
Although long gone, the Hampton and St. Martin's Railway sparked something in Lou McIntyre's imagination. He's put more than 25 years into recreating its major features in his Quispamsis basement. painstaking detail, Lou has fashioned each of the valley's communities, bridges, and other major elements. He's added features of his own and collapsed distances so it all fits in.
They had no real easy access to be able to get their lumber out or their agricultural products or anything. They were quite isolated in that valley. So they petitioned to start the railway, and this was in about 1870, and by 1880 the railway came into being.
It's an astonishing work of design and engineering that leaves you inspired, even if the railway itself was something less than a commercial success.
I would suggest probably 5 different ownerships all ended up in bankruptcy or receivership. And they try it again the next year and away they go again. But no, it was never profitable. Crossing signs might be a bit of an issue. And there is a...
Yeah, we don't have to go that. Oh,
no, I think we're okay there. It might be high enough to clear that one. Oh, just.
It's not going to hit the, it's going to hit the... We have that history in mind as we deal with unforgiving ice conditions along the river's edge.
Ice.
What's the road we're off here?
Black River Road. Another Black River Road. Cheers to the Black River Road and nature in southern New Brunswick.
The old rail route is less than 100 meters from our camp spot on the river bank near Hanford Brook.
Wow, that's a lot of fun.
Scott goes to work building a small fire on top of a flat rock.
Birch bark is your number one option if you want to go without carrying a bunch of stuff, extra stuff to start the fire with. My father used to do them, and he had parties where he would do, like, we'd make 50 of these things, and they were on steel spears with handles on them, and he would, you know, do exactly what we're doing here. And it was just, I took on that family tradition of cooking and whatnot around food, and these are one of my sort of childhood memories, and a nice dish to cook out on an open fire, you know what I mean? So yeah, it should be fun here and tasty too. I hope I have to feed I have to feed Connell. He's getting grumpy already.
That's good. Tough questions.
Yeah, lob some more at me.
So K-Bob is your dad, a name your dad called these? Do you call them K-Bobs?
Yes, and
So
but I have seen them. If you go on your social media, whatever, there's like 100 recipes, and you just type in K-Bob or Shish Kabob, I'm sure. And the shish, I don't know where the shish came from, but it sounds really shishy.
Scott lets the fire burn down to coals before putting on the skewers.
They like to go after that bacon. The bacon has all that fat on it, so. And when you roast them, vegetables like this, the sugars come out. They cook along with the meat. And you're in no great hurry, you gotta keep playing with them. I always like to play with my food. onion and the bacon are my faves.
Yeah,
I think they're my girls' faves too.
Oh,
Hot.
oh yeah. The shish kebabs are a delight. Tender, spicy,
beef is sweet.
infused with bacon and sweetened
tomato, I
by
think.
roasted tomatoes. It's another home run. We've got more great meals and more great trips in the works. Watch for them here. It says here that opening up an e-bike battery can cause explosions and fires.
Sounds like fun to me.